Good evening, everyone. My name is Angel from Meaningful Magic. It's wonderful to have you all with us today, and I'm going to jump right in today. We're talking about boundaries today. I recently had an experience, and I like to get on here when I have experiences that either give me a breakthrough or teach me a lesson or, a reminder or, anything like that, and share them with you because I know we're all going through this spiritual process together in our own way. So I recently went against one of my own boundaries, which is I do not let people live with me anymore because I've just had terrible experiences with it, and it really tends to mess up my peace. I worked many years, as I'm sure a lot of us have, to make our home sanctuaries and a place of peace and no drama, and really somewhere I can meditate and study and participate in life, really participate in life in my own sanctuary without having other energies that are disturbed or maybe unhealed around me that might trigger or affect my energy. And so here's where I'm at. We know that our triggers are just messages from our soul letting us know when our boundaries have been crossed. And I recently went ahead and crossed my own boundary, and there's mistake number one. You know not to do it, and you did it anyway. I moved someone in. They didn't keep their word. They didn't do what they said they were going to do. Then I thought, and this is someone I dearly love. Then it was a bunch of lies, and I mean a bunch of lies, and some of them very hurtful. We caught them, and we found out they were lying to everybody. We confronted them, forgave them, let them stay. Still, promises to change. No change, same stuff. Not getting the point that responsibilities are first. And the whole idea was for them to come and learn to meditate and try to get on their feet and really focus on their life and get their life together. And you can't, second lesson, you cannot help someone who is not willing to change and who doesn't see the patterns. And when it's somebody that we love, lesson number 3, we tend to want to save them, and I'm terrible about that. I've been doing that my whole life because I come from a very abusive, dysfunctional family. It's a tendency to try to save everyone. I'm trying to fix everyone. I'm trying to keep everyone level, and I have to remember that that's a symptom of ego. We're trying to seek that normalcy, and when you live in fear and survival mode your whole life, you're trying to regulate not only your own emotions, but you tend to, as an abuser, traumatized child, if you grow up in those environments, you tend to try to regulate everything around you as a means of controlling, the stuff that goes on around you. So, and I know these things in my head, and I often do very well at practicing them in my life, but again, I say I love my family very much, and it's very hard to practice with them. And because we have these labels, and we're things we expect of ourselves and of them. And so again, there's another lesson number 4, expectations on other people. But anyway, it went badly, and of course, when confronted on this stuff, then it was call everybody they knew, and talk bad about me. And then of course those people started posting how unspiritual I was, and what kind of a spiritual person gets mad, acts triggered, to somebody like that. And that's when it really hit me. Lesson number 5, spiritual people, when their boundaries are crossed, also get triggered. It's just that we catch those triggers earlier and we try to respond better, which, hey, I am happy to report I did respond better than I would have in my old life. I simply realized that I was being taken advantage of. That was the 3rd strike, and I had to realize that this is what I've done my whole life. I just continue to let people do this to me, that I had to put my peace and my home and my sanctuary and my spiritual healing and my daily routine and my happiness first above somebody who was going to come into my home, disrespect my peace, disrupt my peace, disrespect my home, lie to me, try to con me, then run their mouth about me, and still expect to benefit from the resources of knowing me. Even affected me financially, affected my business because I had given this person my husband had given this person a job. Of course, when they get mad, they don't show up. then think that they're going to come to another company that we work for to kind of stick it to us. But here's the thing about boundaries, is as soon as I realized that, I could no longer allow mine to be crossed, I was able to adjust immediately, ask this person respectfully that they leave my house immediately as soon as possible. And, I was able to make it so that they no longer had access to me or my resources or my place of work. But the moral of the story is that I ended up being the bad guy in this scenario. No matter how much I had done for this person, thousands of dollars spent on them, vacations took, bought new furniture. I mean, really went all out for this family member and kind of got burnt. And at first it's our tendency to lash out and only see their part in it, but I really have to, when we're trying to be conscious and spiritual, that's the opposite. We always have to look at our part, what our part in our suffering plays. And so I crossed my own boundaries. Again, I did that savior thing, which is all ego. You can't save anyone. That's not our job. It's the universe's job to decide what they need. Also, I should have stood up for myself the first time that I was being, disrespected, lied to, so I give too many chances, and I tend to try to put other people first, and especially where my family comes, and I always get burned for it. So I really had to start being a little honest with myself, and it hurts when it's your family members, but when it's easy to get mad, hold resentment, and that's not what's healthy. It's learning that detachment where I can love you and I can wish you well and I truly pray for you and wish you all the healing in the world. Just, it can't be here where you're affecting my own energy, and really understanding that I deserve peace and happiness, and I deserve to be treated with respect, and I deserve honesty. These are requirements in my life. They are no longer just expectations I have of other people. You're required to be honest if you want to stay in my life. You're required to treat me with respect if you want to stay in my life. If you're just required to treat me with love, honesty, empathy, and respect. And if you can't do that, you're not welcome in my space. And I was so proud of myself for that, especially that I didn't, lash out, call names, all that stuff. I just simply set the boundary and stuck to it. It's funny because every person I've ever helped that they didn't get, once I quit giving them what they want, they all go internet. And then, I used to let that bother me so bad, and now I realize so much that it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. It only matters that I keep going on this spiritual path, and, helping doesn't mean saving. It means showing and leading by example. And, so the answer is to just keep going, practice detachment, but at the same time, really take a good look. We always doing that inventory as to what I could have done differently to not put myself in a position to be hurt or disrespected. So really, again, I say, guys, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. We can't save everybody. They have to heal themselves. We can't heal them. And it doesn't matter how much we love them. That doesn't mean they're ever going to get it. And if they do, that's going to be in God's time or the universe's time, not ours. So I just thought I would share that with you. Sorry for the, little storyline, but I just, that's something I really am always working on, is setting those healthy boundaries and then sticking to them, because, I set boundaries and then somebody I love crosses them, and it's, I'm still at that point where I kind of struggle to maintain those hard lines the first time, but I'm definitely getting better at it, and I'm definitely realizing that, a lot of how people treat us is more projection of how they feel about themselves rather than, actually intentional, because most of these people can't even see beyond their own ego and desire and want to really try to get past that. And, as long as you're still in that trap, and we're all in this game at different levels, and I have been there, and maybe that's part of what made me feel so upset, so triggered, was that I've been there, and that kind of life just totally repels me now. I'm so happy in my peaceful, loving, goals oriented, really trying to chase my own happiness and peace and love, and learning how to heal from all of that stuff. And on some days I'm lucky enough to help other people, and I guess that's what it's really all about. So again, I just wanted to share that with you. A couple breakthroughs, a couple lessons, a couple things I need to work on, but there's always stuff we're working on, and you know, this is a process, so you know, give yourself a break today. And if you're going through it with family members, remember that just because you have history with a person, it does not give them the right to lie to you, disrespect you, steal from you, con you, whatever it may be. We gotta set those boundaries. We gotta, you know, we gotta remember to practice detachment. Doesn't mean we don't love you, we love you, but it does mean that we can't participate in those behaviors any longer, and no can we co-sign somebody else to do so. All right, guys, have a great day. I appreciate you all being here. You guys are always amazing. You're really just such an inspiration. And if you like this video, hit like, share, and subscribe, and change your vibration, change your life. Have a great day, guys. Thanks.